It is WCCS, AM 1160 and FM 101.1. Laurie Kuzneski is with us again. My goodness gracious.
Again?
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't put it that way. I had a tonal difficulty right there.
Write a check and I will stop coming on the radio.
Well, it's getting toward the end of the campaign now, isn't it?
It is.
Now,
yeah.
the last time you were here, I think you said you were 80%?
82% of the goal.
Okay.
We are at 92.8% of the goal. I'm going to use a 0.8 like I'm a kid and I'm, 5.5. Yeah, so we're at 92.8% of the goal. That's $666,073 is where we are. The goal is $717,000. So those of you who are good at math this early in the morning, you know that is $50,927 away from the goal.
Still to go.
Still to go. Still to go. And
you can do it.
I know I look tired, and if I had a nickel for every time somebody told me I looked tired, I would have blown through my goal a long time ago. I've decided.
But that's what we ought to do. We ought to put up a series of pictures and say, pick the one that shows Laurie at her latest level of exhaustion.
Yes.
And then
I think that picture was in the Gazette the other day.
So you're reinvigorated now, though, because you see the finish line ahead.
I do. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. We still have Super Bowl on Monday, the 29th, and that's at Knapp's. They have 4 soups they're doing this year: chicken pastina, pasta visual, chili, and a spicy tomato gorgonzola soup. So that is happening at Knapp's, which is at 1033 Philadelphia Street from 11:30 to 2 on Monday. You can eat in, you can take out. You can still take, I believe, orders for delivery by noon today. If you send those into the United Way, you can either go to the website or their Facebook page, and there's an order form that you can download and fill out, and you can fax it in or email it in. Our office has ordered a ton because everybody was getting it for lunch and for dinner to take home. So
see, that's smart.
I know.
That's smart.
I know. I'm just a pretty face.
Yep.
We're smart too.
You get one. I'm just moving right along. I'm blowing right by that one. You get one type of soup for your lunch. You get another type to take home for supper.
That's exactly right. So, that's what we're suggesting. So, please get those orders in or come out on Monday. You'll also, for a $7 minimum donation, you get your soup. You get a drink from Turner's Dairy and bread from Six Hand Bakery. So, and they're making that fresh on Sunday. So, that'll be wonderful. We still have TJ and Jess Frick who are matching donations up to $10,000.
Oh, yeah.
So that goes through the end of January. And so if you want to go to their GoFundMe page on Facebook, or you can drop money off at their office at 56 South 6th Street, or you can go to the United Way website and click on the big red donate button, and you just designate Frick dollars in the designation line, and they will match those dollars up to $10,000. So that's really, really wonderful.
I hope that really kicks in.
Yes,
because
me too.
Here we come. It's January the 25th now.
Yes.
And this is good through January the 31st.
Correct.
And we need to get up to $10,000 so they can get the match for $10,000.
Yes. And I'd love to take $10,000 from them. So I'd happily accept that check. So so please do that in the next 6 days. That would be wonderful. We still have Penns Manor High School. Their National Honor Society is doing penny wars at this school to raise money for the United Way. So there's a lot of things happening. I started going through the list of people who've donated in the past and who still hasn't donated yet, and I'm going to start making some phone calls. So be prepared.
There you go. Well, it's a great idea because there are people that probably, for one reason or another, distraction, things going on, they just haven't gotten around to getting that done.
Yes, and we all need to be. I'm constantly thanking people for reminding me for things that I've forgotten to do. So, so those are some of the things that we're doing. We did an employee campaign meeting again yesterday out at Kuzneski and Lockard, and anytime I do one of those meetings, I always think about what's important to the group that I'm talking to, and I thought for them it was the community. It's easier to sell a home in a safe community. It's easier to sell a home, where it's vibrant, and when you think about Indiana County, it's a safe, wonderful community. And, but if we didn't have some of the services that the United Way supports, like the Open Door, what would the drug epidemic, how much worse would it be?
Yeah.
If we didn't have places like the Alice Paul House, aging services, places like that really serve this community, where would we be? And I don't think Indiana would be as great as it is. So, going through this campaign, I keep thinking about all the different things that the United Way supports, the different programs. We have Vibrant YMCA and, all these different things. It's really important that I think people understand that that's where their money's going when they make these donations.
And when you visit companies, organizations, and you tailor the presentation to something that you know is going to be of a particular concern to them,
yes,
that should trigger something.
Yes.
Which obviously is why you do that.
Yes.
But the wide variety, the breadth of services United Way is able to help is just breathtaking to know that there are so many things happening here in Indiana County. And so many of these organizations are so dependent upon what they get from the United Way.
They really are. And, another really important thing that we've been talking about as we go out and do these employee campaign meetings is another service that the United Way supports, and it's called 211. It's a phone number. So if you, you call 911 if you need the fire department or the police department. But 211, you can call, and there's a caseworker on the other end of the line. And if you need help, paying your utilities, or, I got some information yesterday on some of the things that people have called in. People called because they needed diapers for their baby. And the people on the other end of the phone help you find the resources that you need. So it's confidential. I mean, we get information based on what people are asking for and where they were sent for help, but we don't get any names or anything like that. But it is, thousands of people have called this number, and a lot of people don't know that this is a resource for them. So I thought that was something that was really important that people understand. So you dial 211, there's a caseworker on the other end of the line, and they can help you find the resources that you need.
We had Chuck Spatafor on the air talking about that when the service was introduced here in Indiana County.
Yeah, just a few years ago.
And sometimes we lose track of things like that, and it disappears from our mind. And then when you bring it up like that, to realize that this is a service that United Way is actively involved in keeping going.
Yes.
And then you understand, my goodness, it's a needed service.
It truly is.
People don't know what to do in a lot of situations.
Yeah. So it's a great resource for people. So I wanted to share that with you today.
Laurie Kuzneski with us today, and we're talking about the Indiana County United Way campaign. 92.8% of the way there.
0.8.
Yes. Well, maybe just in the last couple of moments we closed that 0.8.
Wouldn't that be
we
nice?
got the final 0.2 to get it up to 93%.
That'd be wonderful.
Sure, every little thing counts, and it really does.
It really does.
Yeah.
Every penny is counted, and it moves the needle. So I would love to see that last heart get put up on the thermometer outside of First Commonwealth Bank and hit that 100% mark. So.
Among the many causes and reasons you might want to consider the United Way campaign and making your donation now is so that Laurie's family is able to see her again. They have not for quite some time.
They've eaten a lot of takeout, which I'm very grateful. Every time I go pick up Thai food, I thank the lady for making dinner for my family.
Well, you're taking care of dinner on Monday too, aren't you?
Yes,
with the Super Bowl.
Yes, I will be there. I tried to get into the kitchen on Sunday to help make soup, and they said no, we're good. So but I'll be there on Monday, stirring and serving. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's wonderful. For folks who missed that information about pre-ordering,
yes,
give that again.
If you can go to the United Way Facebook page or their website, and there's an order form that they can download, fill it out. You can fax it back or email it in by noon today, and that's for deliveries. If you want to just show up on Monday, you can eat in, you can take out, but delivery orders need to be in today by noon.
There you go. Thank you so much for coming in again.
Thank you for having me.
quote of the year so far for Indiana in the Morning guests, I'm not just a pretty face. It is Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank, WCCS AM 1160 and FM 101.1. And the Osgood File